Let me sip my coffee. Chill on out. I got my two OG Bobby Johnson braids going on. It's too hot. I had the little hair thing on my head, baby. I had to take that thing off. It is too hot out here. I'm sweating. And baby, I ain't putting no edge control on because baby, I woke up like this. I don't care. I need to clean this car out. Ooh, what's that? Hold on. Let me see something. Oh, snap, my bed. Oh, shoot. What in the world? Hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Just sitting here, sipping my coffee, trying to get myself aligned for the rest of the day. Yes, indeed. Just kicking it in the car. You know what? I'm gonna start a series like the people that panhandle and sit in their car all day. I'm gonna go do me one of those. I'm just joking. I was just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah, Monday is definitely. I'm getting ready to make up a word. Mondaying. I can't even get it out. It's already doing that. But what can you do? What can you do? Just kicking it. Um, I'm just trying to sit here and make humor out of some of the silly things um, that I see. That's all. But just having my coffee and trying to stay cool at the same time. I don't know how I'm gonna do that out here, but yup. I need to put this on my phone stand so I don't have to hold it. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna sit right here for a little bit until I get up and well until I go where I'm gonna go. But I'm just gonna sit right here in this parking lot and catch my breath. I guess you can say for today, cause it's been okay so far out here. But oh Lord, let's breeze a little bit. Oh no, let me turn it this. I'm gonna sit it right here instead, cause I don't really feel like putting it on my other one. I'll sit it right there. That should be good. Cause it seems like every time I sit it on my other stand, it gets overheated. So I don't want to go ahead and do that today. But I was sitting here and I was thinking about a situation that I witnessed. I always try to find like a humorous moment out of something. So I had this friend and she was telling like she had jumped back into the dating game. Hold on, let me see that. Wait a minute. Dang, it ain't come up. Hold on. My bad. But she went back into the dating scene and it was so funny because I don't know if it was like honestly, I don't know if she was determined to get out there to prove something to herself, or she was trying to prove something to her ex, but she jumped out there head first. And it had been a long time since I seen this friend, so I didn't even know, you know, what I was up against at that point in time. I didn't know that the person was real impulsive. So she jumped out there and started dating this guy. I think he was a little younger than her, which was, I mean, it was cool or whatever, because it wasn't that much of an age gap. But it was a maturity difference. It was a major maturity difference, because she was a mother of two. I think she was fresh out of like a divorce situation, and she was just determined to, like, I guess, move on with her life, which was cool. So she started dating this guy, and I thought it was so hilarious because he seemed like he was a good fit for her. Like, he was um whatever. He worked out for her. Okay, he was, very kind. They had fun together. They laughed together. All the other. The chemistry was amazing. I remember her calling me one day and telling me that he was outside her door, knocking, crying in the rain. When I tell you, it was the funniest thing that had happened. I did not know what to do. I was just sitting on the phone, like, is she for real? Like, because at that point in my life, I guess you could say I had already experienced a lot of that stuff. Because she was married, she didn't get to really, I guess, date the way everybody else did in their 20s. And it was so funny because I was like, girl, you lying. But it was funny to me because of her response. Like, I think she ended up opening the door for him, talking to him or whatever. And it was crazy. It was crazy work for me. It was crazy because they only had been talking for like a couple months. So I just didn't understand the crying. So as time went on, she told me a little bit more about him, and I had really, was able to get a better understanding. So I was able to tell her, I was like, well, I don't know, friend, you might be going through this roller coaster for a while, because it sounds like he's not emotionally developed to handle a relationship with you. And she was like, what do you mean? And so she started talking about how he had, I think she said he had been incarcerated for a good 9 years of his life. And he went pretty young, maybe like 17 or 18. And then when he got out, he only had been out for like a few years. And I was like, well, I don't think he can emotionally, cope with whatever, is going on with y'all, and, different moments or whatever. Now, I don't know, I didn't want to know the details of all that or whatever. I just was sitting there tripping because she was like, she was concerned. She was like, girl, he out here crying in the rain at my door. And I was like, well, what you gonna do? And like I said, nonetheless, she ended up having a conversation with him, talking to him and stuff like that. And they continued to date. One time, her and I got invited to an event. Hold on, let me see this right quick. My bad, I'm bad. So yeah, I left off. We got invited to an event. So this event, it wasn't like a big thing, but it was like I guess you could say it was pretty decent. It was a small gathering amongst professionals. I can say that it was a real small gathering. When he got into that gathering, it was as if he did not know how to act in certain social circles. And he ended up like making a scene. And the crazy thing is, I think she had introduced me to him prior to that, and he was like, really, he was very charismatic. He had a lot of charm, and he was funny. So his charm, I could see what really really drew her to him. He was very charming and he was very funny, and that was okay. That was okay. So again, like I said, we was at this event. He showed his is at the event. Like it was so crazy. It was crazy, yet it was weird and dramatic at the same time because, like, I'm sitting there looking, like, this is a man, um, cutting the food like this, and then he did like a dramatic exit, and because he came with her, I think she went out there behind him, or whatever the case may be. And so, because he was so angry, I wanted to go make sure my friend was okay because at the same time, you know, this was a different type of dude. Like, she wasn't accustomed, like, I guess with her being kind of impulsive and adamant about moving on with her life and dating and whatever the case may be, she kind of opened herself up to people that she wasn't accustomed to dealing with. But anyway, and so with me knowing and able to see, like, okay, girl, this is a different type of dude. He nice, he charming, but baby, he did 9 years for a reason. Like, girl, when he get activated, he get activated. So he proceeded to go outside, and I went out there to make sure my friend was okay because I was like, okay, um, I was invited to the gathering by someone she knew. So I'm like, okay, I don't know how well they know each other, but I wanted to go over there and make sure she was okay because I really didn't know what he was capable of. And not only that, she only had picked this man up a couple months ago. He done already started crying at the door in the rain, like like he had seen it on a movie or something and thought it was a good idea to do that with her. I don't know. But I really feel like at that time he thought it was a grand, like a major grand gesture of showing somebody that he loved them, but it was just weird, wicked behavior in my opinion. So after he acted a fool, I think around that time was when she kind of backed off from him a little bit more because she started to see a lot of instabilities in him or whatever. And I was like, yeah, after a while, you'll kind of see what you're dealing with, you know, once that fun honeymoon phase died down. And I just thought it was real interesting. And I forgot that dude's name, but he was something else. I was like, girl, that's not normal. Baby, be careful. That's shit. That's all I could tell him. Like, baby, be careful. But honey, I don't know. I'm just gonna sip my coffee. I just thought it was funny. It made me think about like I was I was listening to Summer Rain the other day, and it made me think about that. It was just so funny when the girl said that the man was out in the rain crying, and he had only known her for a few months. And I was like, okay. Ooh. I don't mind if it rains. Let me get up off here and finish my workout. But y'all be good. Y'all be easy.